Hi everyone, in this video I will be reading a fanfic based on the shows The Next Step and Lost and Found Music Studios. Okay, so on with the story. This is take 2. Something went off when I recorded the first time. Alright, so I call this Amanda, Can You Keep a Secret? In Studio A, Amanda has just walked in. The A troopers, annoyed, say, "What are you doing here?" Emily sassily says, "You're losing studios on the other side of town." Alden points out, "Before you girls start saying things you will soon regret, I need to talk to Amanda in Studio B," says Alden. Miss Kate, annoyed, says, "You two have 3 minutes. Then auditions are starting, with or without you." "Understood," says Alden. Now, in Studio B, is Alden, Amanda, and an accidental spy, who was lying on the couch, hiding to hear the gossip. Alden beggingly says, "I can't have my TNS peers finding out that I'm related to Lucien," says Alden. Amanda, confused, says, "What's the big deal? What's wrong with them knowing who you are to him?" Alden explains worriedly, "If they know, they'll think I was a mole for Elite, or assume I'm not committed to the team." Amanda, confused, "But the girls you've dated in the studio have been introduced to your connection to him, right?" says Amanda. Alden reveals, "Not exactly. Don't tell me you hired someone to fill that role in the family for those days." Alden has a revealing facial expression. "Seriously, dude, if I were in your girlfriend's shoes and I found out my boyfriend did that, I'd be pissed. Did you at least get the same actor each time?" Alden explains, "The same actor wasn't always available." "What's the big deal? It's not like they're ever going to find out," says Alden. "Because if they ever compare notes, they'll know you lied," says Amanda. "They don't get along, so I'm not all that concerned," says Alden. Miss Kate has just knocked on the door. "Time's up. That includes you too, Hunter," says Miss Kate. "Sorry," Hunter takes an earbud out. "Sorry, what was that, Miss Kate?" Miss Kate repeats. Alden, assuring, says, "So you didn't hear any bit of our conversation?" says Alden. "Nope," says Hunter. Sigh of relief. Alden, in a sigh of relief, says, "That's good. The 3 are now back in Studio A." Hunter whispers in Emily's ear, "I have to tell you something after auditions, so meet me in Studio B then." Emily answers, "Okay." 2 hours later in Studio B, Hunter is checking that there is no one on the couch, then checks the hallway outside the room, then locks the door. "Geez, how big is this secret?" says Emily. "Huge, and you're technically not supposed to know this, so not a word about this when outside of this room," says Hunter. "I promise I won't say anything," says Emily. Sorry, I moved the camera there. "Just tell me already." "So, I was taking a quick power nap on the couch when a fellow TNSer took Amanda in here to make a request to keep their secret." "What's the secret?" says Emily. "The dancer's related to Lucien." "No way," says Emily. "Wait, how are they related?" Miss Kate stopped them before I could find out. "Then there's only one thing left to do, and that is ask Lucien who he's related to, and how." "And you think he'll be honest with us?" says Hunter. Emily informs, "I don't know, but it's worth a try." 3 hours later, Hunter and Emily are at Elite. Lucien points out, "Hi, Emily. I heard you broke up with Alden. Good for you. His ego needed to be deflated." "How'd you know that?" says Emily. "Wait, did Amanda tell you?" says Emily. "Gosh, no. Alden told me," says Lucien. "Why would he tell you?" says Emily. "Not important," says Lucien. "So, who's your new boyfriend?" says Lucien. "That's Hunter," says Emily. "As in the same Hunter that took on Alden in a dance battle and won?" says Lucien. "Yes, are you mad?" says Hunter. "Goodness no," says Lucien. "For a few days after the event, I was so close to winning that battle." says Lucian. Whew, a lot of names to remember. What battle? Asks Hunter. Water break. I've been trying to get Eldon to switch studios for years. I thought that would be the push to elite he needed. But he stood his ground and stayed at TNS. I'm honestly pretty proud of him for not giving in to the pressure for this long. But don't tell him I said that. Emily says honestly, I won't. How do you know so much about Eldon? Says Emily. Lucian realizes, oh, he never told you, did he? Emily, confused. Told me what exactly? Oh, this is rich, says Lucian. You dated him and he never told you who I was to him, says Lucian. Then let me reintroduce myself. Hi, I'm Lucian. I'm also Eldon's bio dad, says Lucian. That's impossible, says Emily. I met his dad. It wasn't you. Oh, so he pulled his famous move on you. What move? Sweetie. Don't call me sweetie, says Emily. He pulled an Eldon on you. Oh, what now? An Eldon? Don't feel bad. He does it to all the TNS dancers he dates. Let me explain. On those days when Eldon brings a girl home to meet his family, we hire someone of appropriate age to be, well, me. So that none of your dancer friends find out we're related. So he's done this to Michelle and Talia too, says Emily. Michelle, yes, he hasn't taken Talia home yet, but he's my kid, so he probably will do it to her too. Not if we can help it, says Emily and Hunter. And I plan to do a prank to prank him into a reveal, so don't tell him. As revenge, says Emily. I'll keep your secret on one condition. You film the prank and send it to me, so I could never let him live it down. Emily accepts. It's a deal. Now, I'm curious, says Lucian. Can I hear what you're planning? Emily accepts. Okay, why not? Emily explains the plan to Lucian. Explains the plan, and Lucian offers input, which Emily agrees to, surprisingly. The next day in Studio B with J Troop. So, who wants to play a prank on Eldon, says Emily. All the J Troopers raise their hands in agreement. So, since you're going to Studio A to learn choreo from Eldon this afternoon, I need you to work together to annoy Eldon so much so that he starts yelling. And when this happens, Noah, I need you to say the following line sarcastically. Tells him the line. You will find out later. Then, I need the rest of you to agree with the statement. With all due respect, isn't this prank a little mean, says Noah. No, says Emily. Besides, he lied to me, and this is what he gets for that. Noah, under his breath, remind me you never told on you. Don't worry, I will, says Emily. Sorry, says Noah. You weren't supposed to hear that. Emily says, it's okay. So, do you all know the plan? Yes, says the J Troopers. While they're getting ready, Emily finds Michelle, knowing what she has to do. Emily accepts. I know it sounds weird, but I need to talk to Michelle alone. Booting everyone out. So, scoot. In Studio C, the two are now alone. What's going on, says Michelle. This is going to sound random, but I swear I have a reason, says Emily. When you met Eldon's family, did you happen to get a family photo with them, says Emily. Yes, why, says Michelle. Can I see it, says Emily. Sure, but why? Can I just see it, says Emily. Michelle passes her phone over. Passes over her phone. Fine, here. He did it to you too, says Emily. I was afraid of that, but I had to be sure. Afraid of what, says Michelle. I hate to tell you this, says Emily, but you were told that guy was Eldon's father. Reveals her photo, and I was told this guy was. Newsflash, neither of them are. Turns out his birth father and his birth father have orchestrated this whole thing where they hire someone to pretend to be his father so that no one finds out who it actually is. Then who? Says Emily. Or says Michelle, sorry. Michelle says, then who? Emily quickly, technically you're not supposed to know this yet, but I'm organizing a prank to make him reveal the secret to everyone this afternoon. So I may as well tell you now. The real reason none of us have been told who his birth father is because it's none other than Lucien, says Emily. Michelle in disbelief, please tell me you're kidding. I wish I was, says Emily. So it's true. Oh my gosh, Talia, says Michelle. Emily remembers. Yes, we have to warn her. Michelle and Emily go to find Talia. Meanwhile, in Studio B, the J-Troopers are figuring out how they can annoy Eldon. Minutes later, Michelle and Emily have found Talia in the juice bar, sitting at a table with Giley. Good, we found you, says Emily. Do you mind if we talk to Talia for a minute? Says Michelle. Giley accepts and leaves. Let's get right to the point, says Michelle. I'm guessing you haven't met Eldon's family yet, says Michelle. Talia explains, I haven't, why? Because while he was dating Emily, and then dating me later, he lied about his father, says Michelle. Emily tells, he hired a different actor to play his dad for each of us. What proof do you have, says Talia. The girls in unison show Talia the photos from their phones. So he could be raised by a gay couple and you could have each met a different dad. As great as that would be, says Michelle, Emily met his real father. Emily informs she's right. And he knew things only Eldon could have told him. Then why did he lie, says Talia. Emily answers in a whisper tone, because his father is this, I always thought Lucien was a studio head, but I think I recently heard he's actually the choreographer, the head choreographer. But I always thought he was like just the studio head, so that's why it's in here. So anyway, he's the studio head of Elite, says Emily. Talia in disbelief. There's no way. If you don't believe us, that's okay. Just come with us for a second, says Emily. Everyone is now in Studio A. Water break. Alright, so filled up my water bottle, so it should be good. Everyone is now in Studio A. Emily sets up her phone on a tripod. Emily informs, for safety reasons, we're recording this session. Not that we don't trust you, we do. It's just for legal purposes. Hits record. Gives a signal wink to J-Troop. Then gives a signal wink to J-Troop. Rochelle says, fix your posture, Noah. Eldon calls out, Rochelle, that's my job as a choreographer. But she's right, Noah. Fix your posture. Thanks, says Noah. Eldon, mad says, Chad, stay in the space I put you in. A few minutes later, Eldon madly says, seriously, what's wrong with you? Quit marking the routine. With all of you quit marking the routine. The J-Troopers, in unison lie. We're not marking it. Don't talk back to me, says Eldon. Noah, annoyed, says, okay, Lucien. Did you just compare me to Lucien, says Eldon. Yeah, because you're acting a lot like him, says Noah, right now. I've been trying too hard for too long to not be like him. Don't you dare compare me to him. Nothing like my father, says Eldon. Wait, Lucien's your father, says Noah. Eldon realizes, did I say that out loud? Rochelle says, yeah, you did. Eldon looks over to Amanda for assistance. do you expect me to do? You've already dug yourself into a big hole with that comment. Dude, you outed yourself. There's nothing I can do to help you now. It's too late. Says Amanda. Miss Kate, shocked and mad. You've been related to Lucien this whole time and never said anything? Says Miss Kate. Emily, pretending that she doesn't already know. If Lucien's your dad, who'd I meet? Michelle, mad. Likewise. Eldon admits, an actor me and my dad hired. So you lied to me, says Emily. Not knowing how to respond, Eldon bolts. He runs to Lost and Found Music Studios and is stopped by a friend. James stoppingly, what's got you in such a hurry? Eldon worriedly says, my secret's out, and Miss Kate's probably gonna kick me out because of it, says Eldon. Meanwhile, in Studio A, Noah asks, Emily, did you know about Eldon's father before today? Is that why you asked us to prank him? Says Noah. Emily informs, first I'm gonna stop the recording. Does so, then secretly sends it to Lucien. Alerts, okay, done. Yes, I knew. He doesn't get to lie to me and get away with it, says Emily. How did you find out, says Rochelle. Through the grapevine. I had to make sure it wasn't just gossip, so I went to Lucien to find out the truth. So not only did he lie about who he was, but he also hired some actor to play his dad. I was pissed, so I got back at him with a revenge prank. Back at Lost and Found Music Studios, James assuming, I'm sure she's not going to kick you out just because you kept a secret, says James. She might. I'm related to someone who tends to get on our nerves, says Eldon. Wait, you're related to Lucien? Yes, says Eldon. And now all of Studio A and J Troop knows. If you don't mind me, James asks, if you don't mind me asking, how are you two related? Eldon confesses. He's my father, says Eldon. Wait, what? Says James. Eldon reveals, it's true. So is that why he drops in as often as he does? Eldon explains, he keeps pressuring me to change studios. Now, his constant drop-ins make more sense, says James. Oh, now his constant drop-ins make more sense. Eldon asks, can you help me hide from Miss Kate? She scares me when she's mad, says Eldon. Yes, come with me, says James. Eldon, trusting James, he follows. Okay. James then takes Eldon to the music room. 5 minutes later, they're in the music room. Eldon will hide here till Miss Kate cools down, says James. What did he do to make her so mad, says Luke. James tells he's related to her enemy. Luke points out, and how is that Eldon's fault? Eldon explains, because I lied about it. So, says Luke, that's personal information, you didn't have to tell her. Theo asks, by any chance, do we know the person you're referring to? Eldon reveals it's Lucien. Sees Theo's confused face. Yes, as in the head of Elite. As in the studio head of Elite, says Eldon. Theo questions, and how exactly are you two related? Eldon reveals, he's my father, says Eldon. Luke and Theo, shocked and wide-eyed. Wait, what? But you two don't look alike, says Theo. You realize Eldon explains, you realize two people don't have to look alike to be related, right? Theo informs, I know that. Anyway, can I hide here? Eldon asks, anyway, can I hide here? The band informs, yes. Back in Studio A. Wait, where did Eldon go, says Miss Kate. Geez, I go to my office for a second to call Eldon's mother to ensure I got my facts straight. I did. Just to find he's disappeared. Rochelle explains, he bolted a few minutes ago. Then why didn't any of you stop him, says Miss Kate. We figured he wanted space. Miss Kate, annoyed, guess I'll find him. Miss Kate roams the halls, checking for Eldon in each room. She's finally at Lost and Found Music Studios, and her mad facial expression has caught the attention of Mr. T. Mr. T requests, "Would you excuse me for a minute?" says Mr. T. Mr. T stands in front of Miss Kate to get her attention. "What's wrong?" "You seem mad," says Mr. T. "Well, of course I'm mad. Lucien's kid's one of my dancers, and I didn't know before now." Mr. T is the teacher of the Lost and Found Music Studios, in case you forgot. Okay, we'll talk in my office. He apologized, saying, "I'm sorry, Clara, but I need my office to myself right now. Kate needs my help." Clara asks, "Is this about the whole Eldon Lucien thing?" says Clara. Miss Kate, shocked, "How'd you know?" Clara explains, "My sister Giselle." My bad. I knew that, says Miss Kate. "I guess that's just been one of those days." "That's okay," says Clara. "I'll find somewhere else to practice." Clara leaves. Mr. T wonders, are you mad at yourself for not figuring it out? Or is it that your dancer lied to you? That they lied to me. Okay, so you're pretty angry. So it's probably best you cool down your temper before you talk to Eldon. You're right, but how do I do that? Says Kate. You'll start by taking a few deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. And so do that 3 times. Kate does as instructed. We are going to do the countdown from 5 activity. Miss Kate, unsure. I don't know if that's going to work. Okay, it's still on screen. Mr. T slightly peeved. Trust me on this one, okay? Miss Kate, irritated. All right. Tell me, Mr. T informs, tell me 5 things you can see. Kate with crossed arms and accepts. Fine. I see a guitar, a cheesy saying on the wall, and James running by the office. Kate is getting up, ready to chase him. Kate gets up, ready to chase him. Mr. T stopping her. You're staying here till you finish the exercise. Next, 4 things you can touch. Does as instructed. Next, what are 3 things you can smell? Okay. And that's the sound of my laundry being done. All right. Okay. So next is 3 things you can smell. Miss Kate, annoyed, says, "Okay, fine. I can smell your lousy cologne." Mr. T mad says, "Hey, seriously? You work with teens. You should have seen that one coming. Anyway, you want me to answer the other 2? Do you want me to answer the other 2? You're right, I should have seen it coming. And yes, I want you to complete your responses. Okay. I can smell pretty perfume and a bit of BO, says Miss Kate. The following are 2 things you can taste. Miss Kate tells, I can taste my lunch and my chapstick, or my lip chap. Next, what's something you can hear? Kids practicing their instruments, says Miss Kate. Now that it's done, 5 minutes later, Miss Kate has calmed herself down with Mr. T's help. So you're okay now? Says Mr. T. Miss Kate answers yes. Okay, so I think I know where he might be hiding, and if you can keep your cool, you can come with, says Mr. T. Yay, says Kate. Shortly after that, they're in the music room with James's band. Is Alden here by any chance? Says Mr. T. No, says the band. Miss Kate loudly says, You're not in trouble, Alden. Alden, surprised, comes out of his hiding spot. Wait, seriously? Kate answers, Yes, I'm sorry about earlier. In fact, as I was walking over here, I realized how we can use your connection to our advantage. Hear me out. You can get us intel on Elite for internationals. Alright. Alden, shocked and confused. Who are you, and what have you done with Miss Kate? Nothing, but he would do it if it were the other way around. Alden informs, You'd be surprised to find out we have an agreement to not talk about our dance lives at home around each other. For that exact reason, says Alden. You're right, I don't know why I said that, says Kate. Alden apologizes. I'm sorry I lied and hid from you. Thank you for your apologies, says Miss Kate. But I'm not the only one you have to apologize to. Alden accepts. You're right. The two, Alden and Miss Kate, then return to Studio A. Everyone is now looking at Alden. I'm sorry I lied to all of you, says Alden, especially Michelle and Emily. I should have revealed that Lucien was my father a long time ago. Michelle, mad. How dare you lie to me? Alden explains. Look, I'm really sorry. Emily defendingly says, Ease up, Michelle. If you were in his shoes, you would probably do the same thing. Alden appreciates. Thank you for defending me. Wait, why are you defending me? And why aren't you mad at me? Says Alden. 'Cause I already got my anger out with the prank. Wait, what part of this was a prank? Says Alden. Just the part where the Jade Troopers mess with you? No, it's too easy, says Alden. Emily says, Maybe I'm just more mature than you, says Emily. A few hours later, Alden has just walked in and has overheard his voice on a video. Then madly, How did you get that? Says Alden. Lucien reveals, Oh, your ex, Emily? She filmed it and sent it to me. I knew her payback wasn't over, says Alden. Gotta hand it to her. That's a pretty good payback prank. Lucien asks, Did you like the part where the kids tested your willpower as a choreographer? Not really, says Alden. Why? 'Cause that was my contribution to the prank. Okay. The next day at the studio. Alden mad. So, Dad showed me the video you sent him yesterday. I knew you weren't done with your payback. Wait, what video, says Riley. Emily explains, I filmed Alden's class yesterday and told the Jade Troopers to say certain things to make him mad. Emily apologizes. I'm sorry for messing with you yesterday. It's alright, I understand, says Alden. I kind of deserved it for lying to everyone else, to you and everyone else. Hunter says, While we're confessing, I did hear your conversation with Amanda yesterday. Thank you for your apologies, says Alden. And don't beat yourself up over it. I mean, it's not like you were the one who told Emily, says Alden. Hunter nervously reveals, Yeah, about that. Alden reads Hunter's revealing expression. You told her? Emily informs, And I told Michelle and Talia. Oh. All before the prank took place. Alden, in appreciation, says, Thank you for both coming clean. Now, does anyone else have anything to confess, or are we all good? No one else has anything to confess, so everyone's happy there's no more secrets between them. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story. What inspired this story? I thought, what if Amanda showed up at TNS, when Amanda showed up at TNS for the first time, Alden took her aside and made a request. And that's kind of the basis of the entire, fanfic, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Again, thank you for watching.